Nike landed one of the rare generational, potentially billion-dollar athletes.
ESPN just dropped a massive bombshell on Caitlin Clark's huge money Adidas contract. And honestly, it's about time someone recognized her worth. Our star player did what needed to be done. She showed Nike how irrelevant they've become by signing with Adidas. This is hands down the best decision Adidas has made in years, and you can already feel the excitement from Clark's fans. Adidas is about to see their sales shoot through the roof, all thanks to this power move.
Caitlin Clark sneakers did create magic for one lucky Iowa girl. Blake Hornstein has the story.
ESPN ? They're doing what they always do, acting shocked. But let's be real, Clark's the one who earned every bit of that deal. This isn't just some brand move, it's her money, her hard work, and her undeniable talent that got her here. So while ESPN's over there hyping up the news, let's not forget this is all about Caitlin Clark's rise to the top and Adidas cashing in on it.
Just the WNBA, if you want us to be here, you have to pay us more. It's business, it's how it works, and that's all that means.
So let's talk about how Nike just committed one of the biggest blunders in sports marketing history. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. Caitlin Clark signed an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal with Nike, and you'd think they'd be throwing her name on everything, right? Nope, they did absolutely nothing.
I will say that Caitlin Clark has created more buzz around the basketball landscape and has actually transformed and revived a league that was the WNBA, and she is getting paid a measly $28 million for 8 years as opposed to Wemby's $100.
No commercials, no ads, no merch, forget a signature shoe. It's like they don't even know who she is. Nike had the audacity to hand out this massive contract and then act like Clark's some benchwarmer who just stumbled into the league. I mean, really, Caitlin didn't just walk into the WNBA, she bulldozed her way in Rookie of the Year, easy record for most points in a rookie season, done most assists in any season ever. Yeah, that too. She's been pulling off triple doubles like it's a casual afternoon. But what's Nike been doing, sitting quietly in the corner, apparently too busy to notice the biggest star in women's basketball breaking record after record? This girl is rewriting history, and Nike is too busy twiddling its thumbs.
Since she has signed this contract, you guys, and her WNBA season has come and gone. And with that, Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials. We have not seen any ads. We have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise.
Nike is out here doing what it does best, fumbling in the easiest win of all time. Seriously, watching them drop the ball with Caitlin Clark is like witnessing a train wreck in slow motion. They had a chance to own the future of women's basketball. And what did they do? Prioritize AA Wilson? Like, Clark isn't out here breaking every record imaginable, let's be clear. Wilson's great, she's got her 3 MVPs, but that doesn't mean Nike can't support another rising star. But no, Nike's got this weird obsession with keeping Clark in the shadows, and it's beyond dumb. Like, are they allergic to new talent, or just plain scared of letting a rookie, who's clearly on fire, outshine their established names?
And we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature shoes.
Speaking of Adidas, let's give them some credit here. They saw Nike tripping all over themselves and swooped right in. Unlike Nike, they actually understand how to treat a generational talent. Adidas saw the obvious: Caitlin Clark is the future, and they wasted no time signing her. And now they're already planning her signature shoe line, while Nike's out here fumbling like a rookie. Adidas is putting together a masterclass in how to actually build a brand. This isn't just a smart business move for Adidas, it's a massive win for women's basketball.
I believe that Caitlin Clark, if they would have released a signature shoe for her this season, they would have made a killing.
And if you thought Adidas wasn't serious, here's a little nugget for you. Billie Jean King is praising Caitlin Clark like she's the second coming of basketball royalty. Kings not just throwing out empty compliments. This is Adidas showing that they actually value and celebrate women's sports. Meanwhile, what's Nike doing, watching from the sidelines as Adidas takes all the glory? How pathetic can you get? They have the biggest rookie star in years, and instead of making noise, they've gone completely silent.
Nike struck absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal. So why in the world are they ignoring her?
The difference between Adidas and Nike right now is night and day. Adidas is building the hype, creating excitement, and actually doing what Nike should have done from the start. Meanwhile, Nike's standing there clueless as Adidas turns Clark into the face of the future they had the chance to connect with a whole new generation of fans, and instead they let Adidas come in and steal the show. Talk about incompetence on a grand scale.
I mean, it's genius to be able to sign her up, because think of all of the girls and women out there who loved Caitlin Clark, going to continue to follow her in the WNBA, and they're going to want to have her shoe. Caitlin Clark, she could have a line of shoes.
The reactions to Caitlin Clark's new deal with Adidas are absolutely explosive, and they should be fans, analysts, and even fellow athletes are all buzzing. And why? Because Adidas just made the smartest move in women's sports, unlike Nike, who's busy collecting dust on the sidelines. Adidas saw the potential and jumped in. They're not just signing Caitlin Clark, they're hitching their wagon to a cultural phenomenon. Clark's popularity is through the roof, and with Adidas backing her, they're about to make a serious bank.
Caitlin Clark's sneakers did create magic for one lucky Iowa girl. Blake Hornstein has the story.
A Caitlin Clark signature shoe isn't just a product, it's a movement. Young girls everywhere are going to want to rock what Clark wears. They're going to look at her, see a role model, and want to be just like her. The buzz around her merchandise is already ready through the roof. And now with Adidas in her corner, it's going to explode. Adidas didn't just sign a player, they invested in the future of women's sports. This deal is more than just cash for Clark, it's her future. She's no longer just a rookie, she's the face of a brand that's shaking things up in women's basketball. Everything three-pointer, she drains every record she shatters. She's not just elevating herself, she's lifting the whole league. Adidas put their chips on Clark, and they're about to rake in the rewards.
Growing the game in what some are calling the Caitlin Clark effect. Camille Gear has more from Iowa City.
I'm looking. Here's Clark. She fires. She hit it!
As her star keeps rising, fans will rally behind her, and that loyalty is going to mean some serious profits for Adidas. The momentum is unstoppable, and Caitlin Clark is leading the charge, taking women's basketball to levels we've never seen before. What blows my mind is that Caitlin Clark is not just any rookie, she's a phenomenon. Her games are filling arenas, setting records, and pulling in fans like nobody's business. And what's Nike doing, sitting on their hands? Like, she doesn't matter. If they had any sense, they'd realize that Caitlin Clark is their ticket to dominating women's sports for years to come. But instead, they're letting Adidas roll and take her and run with it. Nike's going to regret this. Mark my words. Adidas is giving Clark the respect she deserves, and Nike is out here looking like they've never heard of her.
Just another example about how people have fumbled the gift that is Caitlin Clark.
Let's get real for a second. Clark's games are selling out faster than anything we've seen in the WNBA. Arenas are packed like it's playoff season, and her merch flying off the shelves. People who never cared about women's basketball are suddenly tuning in. She's making the sport exciting in ways it's never been before. And where's Nike? Not even in the stands, that's for sure. How do you drop the ball this hard when you've got a player like Caitlin Clark single-handedly dragging the WNBA to new heights?
You'll get the same answer.
Probably Caitlin Clark.
Over.
Caitlin Clark.
And over again.
Caitlin Clark.
But oh, it gets worse. Nike seems obsessed with promoting Wilson, which fine, she's a 3-time MVP, she's great. But why can't they recognize that they've got another superstar on their hands? Instead of treating Clark like the mega star she clearly is, they're treating her like an afterthought.
Business reporter Ethan Strauss. He reports Nike wants to prioritize A'ja Wilson, and it fears the optics of giving a rookie a signature shoe before an already established star who just won league MVP for the 3rd time.
What's the plan, Nike? Are you really this scared that she might overshadow Wilson, which she already has? And while Nike's fumbling around trying to figure out how to handle two successful women at once, Adidas is sitting there laughing, ready to swoop in and do what Nike should have done from day one.
Do I think if A'ja Wilson dropped a shoe and Caitlin Clark dropped a shoe today at the very same time, that Caitlin Clark would outsell A'ja's shoe by 100 times? Yes, I think that would be the case.
And the cherry on top reports say, we won't see Clark's signature shoe until wait for it 2026 or 2027. Are you serious? In the world of sports, that's practically a lifetime. By the time Nike gets around to putting out a shoe, Caitlin Clark might already be the face of Adidas. What's Nike thinking? Are they hoping people will just forget how they've completely blown this news flash? No one's forgetting the longer they wait, though. Worse it gets. Meanwhile, Adidas is probably gearing up to release a Clark line right now, and Nike's sitting there like, wait, what happened? The Caitlin Clark effect is real, and it's shaking up the entire WNBA. Viewership is up by 400% since she joined the league. That's not just an uptick, that's a tidal wave. Ticket sales up 93% compared to last season, and regular season viewership try a whopping increase. Clark is out here changing the game, attracting a whole new audience. And what does Nike do with all this? Absolutely nothing. It's like they're allergic to success.
For the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is if the WNBA were to continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to do what Caitlin Clark did this year.
And while Nike's over here ignoring the obvious, Adidas is getting ready to make moves. They see Clark's potential, they see the fans, the records, the impact, and they're not about to sit on the sidelines like Nike. They're probably already sketching out her signature shoe, while Nike is still wondering how they messed this up so badly. And this isn't just about sneakers, okay? It's about respect, it's about recognizing when you've got the next big thing right in front of you. But Nike, they blew it big time, so now Adidas gets to swoop in and scoop up all the glory that should have been Nike. And what's left for Nike scratching their heads trying to figure out why Caitlin Clark's not wearing their brand anymore. It's not just a missed opportunity, it's a full-blown disaster.